I thought before the game, and I think this after the game, that Georgia's probably the second best team in the SEC, and by far the most physical team. You can tell that Mark Fox worked under Trent Johnson because we played TCU in the non-conference schedule, and how physical both those teams are very, very similar. For us, I thought this game boiled down to two things. One is our inability to finish at the rim. I thought we got the ball into the paint time and time again, had a lot of opportunities there. And to our guys' credit, they didn't stop taking the ball to the rim, but I thought we had so many opportunities for us to finish at the rim that we just didn't do. And then we just didn't carry out some assignments. We let Frazier get loose, and if we carried out some simple assignments, that wouldn't happen. And I think the most apparent where it showed up is us not carrying out assignments, is not getting that free throw block out and getting that rebound. If we get that rebound off the free throw block out, do we win the game? You don't know, but at least have a chance to win the basketball game. But if you don't get that rebound, you pretty much eliminate that chance.
Question?
Rick, IJ said he wishes that you guys could have went to the face guarding Frazier earlier. Is that something that you look back at the game, think that maybe could have changed it?
No, I don't think so, because they got so many good players. I mean, if you go out there and you start face guarding JJ Frazier, now it's a situation where Charles Mann has the opportunity to drive 4-on-4. He's already hard enough to guard 5-on-5. And then obviously they have some really good post players, with Thornton was their leading scorer. So I think you spread yourself out there. But I think if we'd have done some of our simple assignments defensively, we would have covered up for it. But, it took an effort for them. I think they shot 60%, from the three-point line, and Frazier had 37 for us to lose that basketball game.
Even though you didn't get the obviously result that you wanted, do you feel like the team still played better than you had the last two games?
Well, I don't know if we played better, but I think that anybody can see that's watched this team from the beginning to the end that we're playing our best basketball. And that's what you want to see. You want to see your team improving throughout the season. And I don't know if there's anybody that can watch this team who doesn't see that we're not improving. So you want the end result to end up being a win. But just because you didn't get the win doesn't mean that you didn't take strides as a basketball team. And I think we did today.
Coach, Frazier's only starting because of some injury trouble. What's your view of him?
Who's he starting for this injury?
Jawan Parker was at the 3 and Chuck at the 1, so he was coming off the bench. Now he's starting. What's your view of him as a player, and obviously his ability to do that?
Well, I mean, before the game, we thought he could really shoot the basketball. But Georgia's a different team. Most guys, when they get their threes, they get them off of penetration and kick or ball screen action, but Georgia gets most of their threes off of screening action or feeding the post and getting the ball back out. So we usually have a terminology, stunt and stay. That means that if it's sort of a penetration, you don't help off that guy. But because of the way Georgia plays, they really don't have a lot of penetration and kick threes, then we didn't have that. But throughout the course of the game, I thought he really hurt us in our zone because we didn't cover our assignments out there. So I thought he was a really good shooter before then. I thought Gaines was the same way, but I thought Gaines got his threes off of step-back threes instead of just your typical penetration. So obviously he's a good player. He had 37 points.
Even if it ended up putting the ball in Frazier's hands, were you satisfied how you defended in the post, especially in the first half, forcing Georgia to take some tougher shots that they missed?
Yeah, I thought we did a good job in the post. I thought the first play of the game, they run that flex duck in, and then Gavin didn't do his job and stay on top of that. But after we addressed that, I thought our guys did a really good job. But the whole key to you playing post defense against Georgia is our guards doing a good job of cutting off that flex screen and playing good post. That allows our guys to play good post defense, because if you have to help on that flex screen off the cutter, then you have no choice. So any way it goes, it ends up being a layup or a paint touch, which is what you don't want.
Kind of look at the bigger picture of this game. The crowd, it seemed like they were the loudest and had most people there in a game. As a team, can you feed off of that? How much, kind of the up arrow, do you feed off of?
Yeah, I think anybody that's playing college basketball wants an environment. And from us coming off our trip to Auburn, where I thought that was a terrific environment, I thought our fans here did a great job of providing another good environment for our guys. The atmosphere was really good. I thought they got into the game. And I thought we provided some good play for them to get into the game.
What have you seen different from IJ lately? It seems like his scoring has really peaked the last 8 couple of games.
Yeah, I think what he's doing is just being more aggressive. I thought IJ, like you said, a lot of times just wasn't being aggressive as a scorer, and I think he has an opportunity to score some and still be a point guard. And I think the other thing that's just happened is he's feeling more comfortable. The kid had back surgery, you know, and now he comes back and he starts playing right away. So we got, I think it's safe to say that we're the only team in the nation that's ever had their starting backcourt with 2 back surgeries to start off the season.
Safe to say that Craig's kind of back too. See that layup where he went reverse. That's a play that we haven't seen all season. Safe to say he's back.
Yeah, I don't know if he's back because
Okay.
I thought in his sophomore campaign that he finished all those.
Okay.
And I don't know if he's quite ready there to finish all those. I thought what he had his freshman year was he got to the paint all the time, but he didn't finish all of those. I think when he's really back is when he gets to the paint and he finishes all those at the rim.
Rick, just talk about Bailey Howell being honored today with the street name and everything, and just being an ambassador for the university.
Well, I think it's a great and probably long overdue. I think Bailey Howell is one of the best people I've ever met, and doesn't have anything to do with basketball. But the accomplishments that he had as a college player here, then moving on to the pro, his rebounding statistics are staggering. It's really unbelievable. You can't even fathom somebody doing that in this day and age. So as good as a basketball player he is, he's been even a better person to this program and to me.
When a guy goes off like JJ did, is it more mentally coaching the guys because it's kind of law of averages, just keep doing what you're doing and eventually the shots may miss? Or?
Well, I don't think you keep doing what you're doing because
Okay.
if a guy's got 37 points, then obviously you're
Right.
not doing a good job. So I don't think you can keep doing what you're doing. You got to address the situation, but it's different people in transition guarding Frazier at that time, and I just thought he had a special night. But I think most of it was our lack of defensive assignments.
Okay.
Anything else? All right.